blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry, one artist at a time.
What's up, people? Happy Tuesday. It is May 27th, and I so totally forgot to go to the Say Less Podcast with Miko Facebook page to let folks know that we are live. I don't know if it did it. I'm checking to see right now because I meant to reshare it. But welcome. Guys, I know it's been a minute and that I've been out, but I'm back and got through my difficult time, lost a dear friend unexpectedly, and it was really, really rough, but we all got through it. We're good. We're at peace. Anytime that you are present with the Lord, that is just the most wonderful place to be. You know, although living amongst the living is nice, we know that is just a much better place. So, with that being said, I'm back and I'm well and I'm ready. So last week's episode was an encore of me and the late Rachel, the planner. And there was a few subjects that I was supposed to do. One of them was baby mamas. Is she a baby mama or is she the mother of your child? Is he a baby daddy or is he the father of your child? Okay, that was supposed to be a show, which still will be later on down the line. Okay, so I know that I have not forgot about that one. That's actually going to take some participation. So I'll see about trying to get a guest on to talk about that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm here and I'm back. And as always, we are going to start off with the positive quote. Okay. Excuse me, I got a little sick or tried to get sick last week. You know, sometimes your emotions have you sick, hungry, want to drink, drunk, all kind of stuff. It's been a long time since I went through some emotional stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it had me in a chokehold. But I'm back. But so this week's motivational quote, okay, is thou shalt not let vibing, sketchy ass energies penetrate your aura. Okay. El Breezy's in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So we're going to say that again. Thou shalt not let low vibing, sketchy ass energies penetrate your aura. Let that sink in and let it sink in and let it stay in. Okay. When you get around them low vibrating energies, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them penetrate you. Let that stuff kind of tap you and bounce right back off. You know what I'm saying? When you know you vibrating high, when those energies can't even, hey girl, no, you can't even do that. It's just gonna bounce. It's just gonna bounce off because that's just how deep and loud your aura is. Okay, so there you have that. Also, before I start the topic for this evening, if you're not on my personal page or, you don't know me personally yet, because that's the whole point of my podcast is to meet people and network and meet new acquaintances and be transparent about life and all that. You know what I mean? That's the goal. So if you don't truly know me yet, you will get to know me if you don't already or whatever. But those who don't know, it is the most detrimental time in the world. It began on the 21st of May. And this is a time that the world is as amazing as it can get. Okay. This is the official United States of Geminis. Okay. It is the United States of Geminis. We are here, baby. We are here. We are here. Okay. Now, some of us turn ups ain't the same like it used to be. Okay. It's my golden jubilee year. So some of the stuff I used to do, I could try it if I want to. I might end up in the ER or something, but I'm still gonna turn up. All right. But it's Gemini season. So shout out to all my Geminis out there, man. They hate us, but they really, really, really do love us. They do. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit that we're great and we're amazing. They just don't, but they love us. Some of them love us loud and some of them love us secretly. But at the end of the day, as long as you love it, you already knew it was coming. As long as you love us, okay? And with that being said, the drink of the day, okay, is being held in my Gemini mug. Do you see those ladies? Do you see those ladies? Let me get that. You see that? Gemini. And it comes with facts, okay? It comes with nutritional facts. And I'll read them really quickly before I tell you what's in this beautiful twin Gemini mug. So for one, the serving size is 1 star sign, okay? The amount per serving is, of course, 1 person. They should have put 2. It just depends on the day. But the daily value, mischievous, is 1,000%. Boring is 0%. Affectionate is 500%. Some of us. Sarcastic, 100%. That should have been 5,000%. Okay? Because I hate to admit it, but I'm the queen of sarcasm. All right? Adaptable, 300%. An overthinker, 110%. That probably should have been 150%. Okay. So not a significant source of boredom. Percent daily values are based on your unique diet. Again, on your unique diet. So some of these numbers may not pertain to some of us gems. Some might be bigger, some might be less. But there's a few categories on here for me that should be 10,000%. Okay. So, but anyway, the drink of this Tuesday is in this cup. And, everybody knows I'm trying to get a little, my stomach just, man, I'm not even big. I'm not even big. It's that belly, man. That belly just, I saw my belly on that live the other day that I did in the pool. And I was like, whoo. I mean, of course, when you sit down, your belly is worse. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that sit down or you're scrunched over, it's kind of like that meme. You know what I'm saying? When you land flat on your back, your stomach hella flat. But then when you roll over on the side, woo, it's just like, wow. And that's what it was in that pool. When I saw it, I was like, dang, dude. But it is what it is. But it really ain't that big. I was just sitting in a floaty and it just looked like that. But I have been, the week of the passing of my friend, I didn't care about anything. I ate what I wanted to eat. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000 calories. I didn't care. I ate it. I drank. It was all off of emotions. So this week I got back on track. I went to the gym today. Now I did not finish my training session today because I was dehydrated and my crazy butt didn't eat. So I was kind of like dizzy or whatever. I ain't finished, but I'm gonna get it right. But I'm still watching how I eat. I'm not on a diet. I'm just watching what I eat and how I eat. And today I am having, as you can see, I finished the bottle. Okay. And I am having the skinny margarita, the Gloria's brand of the skinny margarita. And I really don't like margaritas. I really don't. But I'm tired of Tito's and lime juice. I'm tired. The only other option is gin. And gin make you sin. And then they always say, oh, have some tequila. But anyway, this is the ready to drink skinny margarita cocktail, 90 calories, 100% agave or whatever, 9.9 alcohol. So we all know 9.9 for me is probably like juice, pretty much. But that's fine. Because it's refreshing. All right, let's get into the topic. The topic today is text back or go to hell. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't never really had that problem so much. I'm quick to pick up the phone on somebody. You know what I mean? If it means something. But never really had that issue. But I'm gonna go ahead because you guys know I prepped a little. Typically I'm all over the place and I didn't prep or whatever. But I did work on my subject yesterday or whatever. So, welcome back to another episode of Say Less with Miko, where we be talking about life and how it be lifing, okay? Because life be lifing and it sometimes don't be stopping, but we got to figure out a way to get around it and get through it. And because life be lifing, we're going to also talk about the people that suddenly forgot how to use their damn phones, okay? Today's episode is for the chronic non-texters, the energy vampires, and the ones who hit you up at 2 a.m. like they didn't ghost you 3 weeks ago. Like, yeah, how the heck I text you a year ago and then you gonna hit me back up the next year talking about what you doing? That don't even match. Like, how do you even have the audacity to, like, how do people do that? You know what I'm saying? So grab your phone, charge your petty, and let's talk about why you should either text back or go to hell. So I'm going to say this. Texting can be a many of things. For one, I'm old school. So we about to talk. We picking up the phone. We ain't text messages it's either a hit or a miss, right? They get misconstrued, they misunderstood, depending on the situation or the subject. I don't know how many times me and my girl Chevette, we could be texting and going back and forth, and I could say, oh yeah, because this, and that. And then I don't hear from her. She's like, oh no, because you said that you said at 6 she was going to end and she misread it or misunderstood it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, no, I didn't say that. She's like, that's why I said I put a scarf on my head, and that's what I thought you was gonna do. And I was like, no, I ain't say that. I said I don't need a scarf on my head. Like, it's just you just be all over the damn place sometimes with text messages. So I really don't, have those issues. So I can't say, there's been times that I've texted someone and they didn't get to it, or I'll see them and be like, I didn't see that text. And then, either I go back to my phone and be like, because this is the day that I did, or, whatever the case may be. But it's nothing never that serious. I'm married, so I don't really deal with what a lot of my girlfriends deal with that are single. I think this subject is probably more based around single people, single women, single men who get ghosted with the texting back and all of that. I mean, me and my husband, don't get it twisted. Marriage is not for the entire week. Okay. It is not for the week. And there is sometimes trouble in paradise. All right. So it's times that, there has been times in the past that he may have texted, I may have texted, and just didn't feel like texting back at that moment, but it got answered. So, things like that happen depending on, where you are. My late Rachel, we had like a week before, like 2 weeks before, like 2-3 weeks before her passing, we had got into it, and she had texted me something, and I didn't reply. But because I know me and I'm working on me and I know, hello, It's two of us. And that other heifer in there just was like on one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm evolving, and I'm learning to pick and choose my battles and waiting for the right time to say what needs to be said so that I don't come off disrespectful, because we're all adults and we deserve respect or whatever. So I didn't text her back for like 2 days because I was trying to woosah. Okay. Because had I had responded when she did, it wasn't gonna be pretty. It wasn't gonna be pretty at all. Give me some time. You got to give this Gemini some time. But thank God we fixed it. You know, we fixed it. We actually talked, because I ain't about to be going back, but we talked or whatever. So I really, honestly, truthfully, can and cannot relate to this. My relation to this would be in the past. So what about those moments where you say, I know you saw my text. I know you saw my text. Right. So do you confront that person? Like, if you see them in public and say, I know you saw my text, or if you text them again and say, I know you saw my text before this, like, do you do that? Or do you just say, forget it? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it's read. If you got read receipts on and you see that they actually saw it and they read it, or they read it and then you see them on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram posts and stuff, but still didn't reply to you. Like, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel to send a text to someone and see that it's read but unanswered? Because that's what I say. Oh, so you read my text, but it's unanswered, right? Like, what do you say? I mean, there's text etiquette, you ask me. It's etiquette in everything, okay? But I personally feel like it's really rude. And like I say, I learned. You know, I apologized to Rachel. I said, yeah, you're right. I could have gave a thumbs up. I could have gave the middle finger. I could have acknowledged your text in some type of way. And I told her that. So for that, I apologized. You know, because there's nothing like feeling unheard or unseen or ignored. So yeah, you know, I could have sent something to say that I see it. You know what I mean? But I'm just not ready to reply. I don't know. Then we have the texting versus just being rude, or the texting anxiety versus just being rude, right? So there's some people who actually struggle with text messages. Like, are they struggling with it, or they just don't care? Which one is it? I don't know. Like, the text messages that have you hanging for days, like, is that anxiety because they're just, you know, too busy, or feel like they're gonna start a conversation that's never gonna end, or they just don't care? Like, they just don't care. Let's see. Another breakdown would be the situationship text Olympics, the slow replies, the ghosting games, and the what you doing at midnight. Like, again, I don't deal with this, but unfortunately, the ladies in my life sometimes do. And I just can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? You want to reply to my text, but you want to wait 2 days, right? Or you just ghosted me, not saying nothing. Or that wonderful, beautiful WYD at 12:05 a.m. The hell you mean what I'm doing? Now, that is a text message, if I ever receive, would definitely go read unanswered. I read it. Let you know that I read it. But you get no response. How disrespectful can you be? It's just rude. And even in my single life, hunty, we ain't playing them games. You gonna respect me. And if you don't know my worth, I'm gonna show you my worth. You don't text me at 12 o'clock talking about what you doing. What your mama doing at 12? Okay? What's she doing? Whatever your mama doing, that's what I'm doing at 12. Okay, just disrespectful. Disrespectful. So let's see. Friends who vanish until they need something, the shady check-ins, the fake urgency, that one cousin who only texts, "Hey, big head," when they need a ride. Like, do y'all have people like that? Oh, I can't say it. Rachel would come down here and kill me. But there was a lot of people in her life who were like that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna say that there was a lot of people in her life that fake love, fake friends, and only called when they needed a ride, when they needed something made. Child, the stories that she told me, you know what I'm saying? So I know that that's very valid. Let's see. How to be better and protect your peace. Y'all know I'm big on protecting that peace. I'm big on it. I will cut. My mama is in heaven and I'll cut her off if she interfered with my peace, baby. Do you hear me? Okay. But tips for maintaining boundaries, matching energy, and not taking slow responses personally. That's something that people have to work on. I know that it's hard not to take things personally nowadays. But when you at a peace, you just don't care. You just have that I don't give a attitude. Period. You just don't. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you ain't making me or breaking me. You don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. But don't trip when you see a change in me. Okay? You did it. You did it. Not me. Okay, so let's see. This is petty time. I don't know why I came up with a petty time, but this is petty time. So we're going to read a few texts you sent if you had no filter, right? Now, this show is, I'm transparent and real, but I also try to be respectful. You never know who all your audience is. So I really try to stay in between there. And chill out with the profanity, and stuff like that, because you just never know who your audience is, and I never ever want to offend anyone. There's going to be times that we might. I'm actually going to do a show. Those that don't know, my son is for the other team, and I had a discussion with a friend who just was where I was when I found out, or when I suspected. And was in the same place I was until you had to sit back and hit your own backyard, and you had to really see it for what it was. And my whole perspective changed, and they just didn't agree with it. So that's going to be a subject one day, because at the end of the day, your children are who they are, and it's our job to love them no matter what they choose to do or be. Okay. But yeah, so it's going to be times that it might get a little offensive or whatever. But at the end of the day, whose podcast is it? We saying less, but we saying more with Miko. Okay. But let's see some of the few fake texts. So let's say that we don't play with people's time, hearts, or group chats. Text back or go to hell. All right. So here goes some fake ones. I don't know how I came up with these. I really don't. Prime example. Let's see. Oh, wow. You're alive. Now that's some, I would say. Okay. Because again, like my cup said, they said it's what? 100% sarcastic. That should be 10,000. Because baby, I ain't proud, but I'm the queen of sarcasm. Okay. So, oh, wow. You're alive. Was starting to think you got abducted by your ego. Yeah, I would have left the abducted by your ego off. Like, it would have been something a little bit more drastic than that. Here's another one. You ain't too busy. You just not busy with me. And that's cool. Just be real. Now that sounds like something that it would be from a woman to a man, or a man to a woman. Yeah, you ain't too busy. You just not busy with me. Oh yeah, that's definitely some situationship text messages there. The third one, my bad. I thought we were adults who knew how to communicate. My mistake. That would be something that, that would be something that I would say, the sarcasm in it. I thought we were adults. You know what I'm saying? I probably would add a few things to that. It's just that's the way my brain operates and it works. It just, you know. Um, let's see. Just say you don't know how to maintain friendships and go. That's a little corny to me. That's a little corny to me because I'm gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it. Like that's just way too nice. That's way too nice for me. You don't know how to maintain friendship. Why is we even using them big words like that? You know what I'm saying? I doubt number 4 they can have that. Number 5, next time you ghost, take your Wi-Fi with you. That way the disrespect matches the energy. Wait, let me read that again. Next time you go ghost, take your Wi-Fi with you. That way the disrespect matches the energy. So does that mean that wait, I'm having a blonde moment with my blonde ponytail. Wait a minute, does that mean oh my god, this is going over my head? Next time you go ghost, take your Wi-Fi with you. If the Wi-Fi is gone, there's no energy to the source. I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, there you have it. Text back or go to hell. You see what I'm saying? So are you the person that if they don't text back, oh, it's okay. Or if they don't text back, you're like, you know what? Go to hell. And everything that you own, all of it could just go to hell. You know, are you one of them? I wouldn't say that I would say go to hell, but I would say me as the growing and evolving woman, I would probably say have a nice life. Have a nice life. That's what I would say. I wouldn't tell them to go to hell. But because we living in hell. You see what I'm saying? Like we right here on earth in hell, literally, unfortunately. But you know, just have a nice life. So I am going to end this show with the closing PSA. This is the closing PSA. All right. It's petty, but I am a 1% poetic individual deep down inside. All right. So it says, this is a public service announcement from your emotionally available friend. If you can scroll, you can respond. If you had time to post that thirst trap, you had time to say, my bad for the delay. Communication is free. Don't make people beg for the bare minimum. In 2025, we are not chasing text, closure, or common sense. I'm going to say that again. In 2025, in 2026, in 2027, and on, we're not chasing text, closure, or common sense. So be grown, be accountable. Signed, Management, and Miko. Okay, that's it. That's it right there. And I am going to put this closing PSA on the Say Less Facebook page so that from time to time we can read it. All right, to remind ourselves about the friends and the people and the men and the women that just can't reply to text. You know what I'm saying? Can't text back. Just can't. So there you have it, guys. That is the subject for today. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you get a moment, go subscribe. I did create a new Say Less podcast with the Miko YouTube page. I wanted to separate the two from my real estate and have my real estate things just on my real estate page and then my personal on my personal page. So there is a Say Less podcast with Miko YouTube page. Go subscribe if you get a chance. Thank you guys that support me. Also, always looking for guests on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to be a guest, just hit me up. We'll send you the link so you can join this podcast live with me. Or if you want to use my platform for your business, to promote your business. Again, I am a realtor here in the DFW area, and I still do my real estate. There will be times where we will talk about real estate from time to time, but this right here is just about life. This podcast is about life and how it be throwing hands, it be throwing hands and how we deal with it. This is what this is about. So once again, suggestions for topics are always welcome. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining. Shout out to my Blast family, and shout out to you all, and have a wonderful rest of your week, guys. Bye.
Alrighty, Daddy.